Hey everyone, it is Dave. Welcome in. It's time to talk about module number 6. In this module, we're finally finishing up our study of the formal elements and principles of design. So we've already built the vocabulary we need for the rest of the course. We have a midterm in a couple of weeks. So next week is going to be some chronology about the modern art movements, and then we're going to have the midterm. In this module, though, there are some sample exam questions, and this way you can kind of already gauge how well you're doing in preparation for the midterm. You can take these sample exam questions as many times as you want, and if you end up scoring like fairly low, like under 5 points the first go around, you definitely need to know you're going to be studying more. Whereas if you get like a 9 or a 10 on the first go around, you're doing really, really well. So use those to your advantage, and I'm going to go ahead and take you over to the Canvas site. We'll walk you through module number 6. All right, here we are on the Canvas site. I'm going to go ahead and publish module 6. And this, as I had mentioned, takes us through the rest of the formal elements and principles of design. So for our lecture on scale, repetition, and unity, we have our study guide, and then the further exploration section just has some quick readings, and then also a really fun video on this guy who knew Andy Warhol and had him sign some memorabilia. After that, we have lectures on balance. We have our study guide. In the further exploration section here, we do just have a reading, so very quick there. And then the last lecture for the week, and all these lectures are pretty quick. This is just kind of sweeping up the last remnants of the formal elements, so it's not like a major topic like color theory would be. Emphasis and focal point, our study guide, and then the further exploration section here also just has a reading. So again, just read the emphasis portion of that page. After that, we have our sample exam questions. They're down here. This is set up exactly like the midterm exam is going to be. In this case, though, each question is worth just 1 point, and you can take this as many times as you want. Canvas saves your highest score, and so this is generally how you will see it on the exam. 1 question per page, and you'll click the next button. You're going to have an image usually associated with each question, and then a set of answers. And you're going to click what you think is the correct answer, click the next button, and you'll also see up here every time you answer a question, there will be a check mark. Once you're done, you click the Submit Quiz button, and it'll give you your score. The final thing we need to do this week is a journal entry. So the journal entry here deals with unity and variety, and specifically unity with variety. This is a really important concept for us because we want a unifying aspect in the work, and what I'm going to have you do is create your own artwork that showcases this principle of design. So choose an object, and I'll show you some of these past student examples. We have like spools of thread, spiders, butterflies, and you can consider either vases or flowers as the subject here. So once you have that, then what you want to do is you want to vary that object. So in this case, we have spools of thread that are different colors, different sizes, one is on its side, and this is a pretty basic drawing, so it's not bad at all. The spiders, different sizes, different positions. The butterflies, once again, different wing patterns, different colors as well. And the same thing can be said for the vases. So this is what I'm looking for this particular project. You don't have to do something like this outstanding. This is why I do have these as examples. I remember when I did this project, I used tools from a toolkit. Keep in mind, though, you have to use, generally speaking, the same tool. Like I used wrenches, and I used all different types of wrenches in my drawing. You want to keep in mind that we are looking for visual unity. For instance, if I used like a hammer, a screwdriver, and a wrench, we kind of know those are all tools, but unfortunately they don't look the same. The idea of unity is we have something that looks the same, and then we add variety to that, okay? And I think that will be everything for this week. Don't forget, you can always come and talk to me on Mondays. I have office hours from 4 to 7. I have the action plan up here, and then of course the video you're watching up above. So what will happen next week is Module 7 is going to be more of a chronology week, where we're going to have a lecture on Edward Manet, the father of modern art. Then we'll go through all the modern art movements. The week after, 2 weeks from this week, we're going to have the midterm. And that is everything. Feel free to reach out if you need any help.